Hey guys, it's your girl London and I am back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I make a mask. So this is a mask that I actually started sewing yesterday. That was my first time making one. I've already since then made 10 for myself. So I'm going to show you guys how I make this mask from start to finish. So let's get started. So the items that you're going to need is cotton fabric, scissors, your thread, elastic, a sewing machine, and an iron. Make sure you have an iron so you can press out those seams. So getting started, I have this pattern that I got offline. And it's actually a really good one too. This is the one with the center seam. This is not the pleated one. But I'm going to go ahead and cut out my fabric based off of this pattern. So I'm going to place this onto my fabric. And I'm also going to pin it. Just using my little baby iron. Just to get my fabric a little straight so that I can, pin it correctly. So I'm taking my pattern and I'm going to go ahead and place it on my fabric. And I have my pins. I'm going to go ahead and pin this on. I'm just using it just to hold it in place. So now I'm ready to cut it. Okay. And because this fabric was placed on the fold, I do have to cut it down the middle on this fabric. And you should be left with two pieces. Just like this. 1, 2. Identical. I'm going to do that same thing. I'm going to show you guys again. I'm going to take my fabric. Make sure it's even. Going to place my pattern on top. I have my pin. It is pinned onto 2 pieces of fabric. And we're going to cut that out right now. Exact same pattern. Exactly the same. So you have 4 pieces. Exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should have 4 pieces. And I'm going to take it to my serger. I just like to use my serger, obviously because it gives me a clean finish. But you can use a zigzag stitch. And what you're going to do is you're going to sew along this curved edge. I'm going to go ahead and take the pins out. And I'm going to sew the other piece the exact same way. I'm going to put 2 pins in there just to hold it, secure it. And this is so crazy. I looked it up and it said we touch our faces over 2,000 times a day, which like really spooked me out. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna definitely make a mask because that's a little disturbing and scary. So I made the mask yesterday, and I'm pretty happy. I've been addicted to it within the last day. So you're gonna do the same thing. And when I sew, you can see I'm turning the fabric to match that curve. You do not want a straight line. It has to be curved. What you're gonna do now is you want to go ahead and iron this out. You want to have some clean seams. You don't want it to be bulky or anything like that. So get your iron out. And go ahead and iron your mask. So now that you have that done, what you want to do is place both masks right sides together. Just put one pin in there. I'm going to go ahead on this side and put another pin on this side. And that's how it should be. You see? It's pinned down. What we're going to do is sew this entire curved line on both sides. Go ahead and cut that. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Make sure your seams are matched up. So when you go ahead and turn this fabric outside, inside out, it's going to be on the same seam. Now what you're going to do is flip it inside out. And we're almost there. Look at that. You have your mask. Your mask should be looking something like this. Super cute. Looks like the one that I have over here that I have to finish. But I just think they're so cool. For the next 30 days, hey, I'm going to be wearing different masks every day. It's going to be matching with my outfits. So, what you're going to do now is sew a seam right here across this opening. You're going to sew it together. And you're going to do that to the other side as well. Sew it together. When you're using a serger, I always think it's a good idea to leave this piece, like the thread, the hanging thread, to leave it on there, because what I do is I tuck it and I sew it down so that it doesn't come up. So that's what we're going to do now. What we're going to do is take the sides right here that we just sewed together. We're going to fold it over an inch like that so that you can't see them. Thread, folding it over, and then I'm clipping it. We're almost there, guys. So what you want to do now is take it over to your sewing machine and sew a straight stitch on the sides. Now you have your 2 stitches. What I'm going to do now is measure my elastic. And I'm going to use white elastic. You can even use a ribbon if you wanted to, or you can sew your own straps. Make sure you're back stitching. And like I said, cut off those flyaways. We don't need that. So you want to go ahead and do that same thing to the other side. Go ahead and pin your elastic onto both sides so that we can go and take it to the machine and sew it. Just like that. Make sure it's correct and it's not twisted. And there you have it. You have a cute little mask that has been sewn down on all sides. Now I'm going to go ahead and press it. And I just like to press out, like I said, those seams. So like all of these little middle seams and stuff like that. I like to press that out so that it looks very crispy. Like, okay guys, so this is the final look at the mask that I have created so far. The Chanel one that I created is in the house, but as of right now, these are the ones that I have made for myself. And it's a super easy project to do, very beginner friendly. Like I said before, this is a great time to get fancy with your stitches. You can use whatever stitch you like. I personally like to mix mine up. I don't just do a straight stitch. I always surprise myself with a new stitch. So each one of these have a different stitch. But like I said, they are very nice, very cute to wear. I will post a photo of myself wearing it because it's my new favorite thing. So if you have any questions, don't forget to comment down below. Until next time, stay safe, and I will see you guys later.